You know, Charlie Kirk once said that black women don't possess the brain processing power to be taken seriously. Let me show you 4 black women who I can think of right off the top of my head who would put Charlie Kirk to shame. This is Katherine Johnson. Creola Katherine Johnson was an American human computer whose calculations of orbital mechanics as a NASA employee were critical to the success of the first and subsequent U.S. crewed space flights. During her 33-year career at NASA and its predecessor, she earned a reputation for mastering complex manual calculations and helped pioneer the use of computers to perform tasks previously requiring humans. Johnson's work included calculating trajectories, launch windows, and emergency return paths for Project Mercury space flights, including those for astronauts Alan Shepard, the first American in space, and John Glenn, the first American in orbit. And rendezvous paths for the Apollo lunar module and command module on flights to the moon. This is Dorothy Vaughan. Dorothy Vaughan was an American human computer and computer programmer who worked for the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics and NASA at the Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia. In 1949, she became acting supervisor of the West Area Computers, the first African-American woman to receive a promotion and supervise a group of staff at the center. She was later promoted officially to the position of supervisor. During her 28-year career, Vaughan prepared for the introduction of computers in the early 1960s by teaching herself and her staff the Fortran programming language. She later headed the programming section of the Analysis and Computation Division at Langley. This is Mary Jackson. Mary Jackson was an American aerospace engineer at the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, which in 1958 was succeeded by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. She worked at Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia for most of her career. She started as a computer at the Segregated West Area Computing Division in 1951. In 1958, after taking engineering classes, she became NASA's first black female engineer. After 34 years at NASA, Jackson had earned the most senior engineering title available. She realized she could not earn further promotions without becoming a supervisor. She accepted a demotion to become a manager of both the Federal Women's Program in the NASA Office of Equal Opportunity Programs and of the Affirmative Action Program. In this role, she worked to influence the hiring and promotion of women, not just black women, in NASA's science, engineering, and mathematics careers. This is Christine Darden. Christine Darden is an American aeronautical engineer who devoted much of her 40-year career in aerodynamics at NASA to research supersonic flight and sonic booms. She was the first African-American woman at NASA's Langley Research Center to be promoted to the Senior Executive Service, the top rank in the Federal Civil Service. This is Charlie Kirk. Born and raised in the Chicago suburbs of Arlington Heights and Prospect Heights, Kirk became politically active in high school. He dropped out of college after one semester to focus on building Turning Point USA, which grew to encompass several affiliate groups, including Turning Point Action and Turning Point Faith. He espoused a variety of conservative stances, including opposition to abortion, gun control, DEI programs, and LGBTQ rights. Over time, he became aligned with the Christian right and began advocating for Christian nationalism. His more controversial views included his criticism of Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Martin Luther King Jr., as well as his promotion of COVID-19 misinformation, false claims of electoral fraud in 2020, and the white genocide conspiracy theory.